Hi everyone, how are you? I just wanted to say that I'm really sorry, because I've not uploaded across the entirety of summer. How could I? I'm a horrible person. So yeah, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I'm back, all right? I'm back now. I'm gonna do a Q&A today. I left this on YouTube, so you guys have given me some questions, so let's get into it. Are we really starting with this question? When is this gonna die finally, please? If you were a stripper, what would your name be? My name would be Dave. Ha 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 ha, funny. It's still funny because it's so relevant. Yeah. Favorite video game you have played? Honestly, I feel like this is like one of those questions where you've got to kind of just go with your like classics. I loved growing up playing Pokemon. Loved it. Always have done. I got super addicted to Pokemon Go on my phone for years. I've kind of come out of it now, but you know, I don't want to go pay to win for everything. Obviously, I loved Minecraft growing up as well. I think It Takes Two is an amazing game. I never recorded it. Me and Rosie just played it in our own spare time. Loved it. Favorite video I've ever recorded? That's a good question. I recorded a video like maybe a month ago now with That One Edgy Kid, Pixie Plux, and Fianna. It's not out yet. It's not coming out on this channel, but I am going to do a reaction to it on this channel. We did a big race around London, so that's really exciting. So I'm excited for you guys to see that. Favorite band? I can't be silly here, you know. It's got to be Alice Cooper. It just has to be. But also, you know, I don't know if you can see back here, I got like a lot of Creeper merchandise. I'm wearing like a Ghost t-shirt. I think Ghost have one of the best live shows at the moment. Have you visited Jack yet this year? I haven't actually. I guess he came and visited us, but I haven't gone and visited him yet. Will I do more videos with Jack? Absolutely. I think we're still planning something for the Geography channel. And also I'm going to try and plan something with him on this channel related to music. What's my favorite thing about Rosie? I think one of my favorite things about Rosie is she's so supportive of whatever I do, and she's really encouraging, and she keeps giving me that push to keep doing things. She's so talented. She doesn't like tell herself that sometimes. Sorry, Coda wants to leave. It looks so menacing. So Rosie started a YouTube channel maybe 2 months ago. She's done so well. She was doing some reaction stuff for a while, and she's already on like almost 11,000 subscribers in about a month and a bit. So, you know, well done to her. It's really nice to see her like having her passion of doing some music journalism stuff coming to life. So if you want to check that out, I'll link her down below. Disloyal Order. When she wants to do something, she will do it. She's also down for my stupidness. Makes me laugh all the time. Getting soppy here, but you know, we have to sometimes. When will we hear Orphix music? Just for you guys, I'll give you a little sneak peek. How does that sound? This is mix number 2. We'll just play a little bit. That's all you're getting. Follow us on Instagram, Orphix UK. Thank you. Best city you have visited? Currently, at this very moment, my favorite city I've ever visited is Rome. I did a full video on it on this channel. It wasn't much. It was just like a song in the background sort of thing, just showcasing what we did. I fell in love with that city straight away. Me and Rosie are going away for 2 weeks in March to both Korea and Japan. I feel like somewhere in either of those 2 countries could take over our favorite city. We're mostly doing Seoul in Korea, but I think we're gonna go up to the DMZ. And in Japan, we're planning on going to like Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. So I'm very excited for that. We're gonna make so many videos to come out on this channel, so stay tuned for them. Subscribe. Are you subscribed? You should subscribe. If Jack asked you, would you join him for a GeoGuessr IRL video? Absolutely I would. I proper love doing a little explore, and I think I would be amazing at this. And I could make some fun jokes here and there, you know. I was gonna message Becky and be like, can you tell me when you're next doing one, and I'll just turn up and I'll sit on the bench next to him. He has to deal with me for however many hours. But we'll see. That's up to him. Green Day or Oasis? Green Day. I'm not a massive Oasis fan. I like Oasis. I've not had like any incline to go and see them. But yeah, I think Green Day, especially for this, is the reasons that I'm gonna have to go with Green Day. Also, I've just grown up with Green Day, you know. Do you play any other instruments other than guitar? And does Rosie play any instruments? Also, how did you and Rosie meet? Hope I have a good day. I hope you have a good day too, Kona. Do I play any other instruments? I can do some bass. I've just started like teaching myself drums as well as Rosie. There is a big video coming out on that next month. So hopefully in a month or so I can play some drums better, but like I can do a beat. I'll insert a video here quickly. How did me and Rosie meet? We very carefully were in a supermarket and both reached for the same sourdough loaf of bread at the same time. And it was at that moment we knew we were gonna be lovers. What's a band you really don't understand the hype around? Oh, underneath it as well. Artists you think is underwhelming / overrated. I don't want to start any beef with any bands, right? I'm not that kind of person. I'm gonna give you 3 answers. I don't understand the hype around Wet Leg. I'm sure they're lovely people, but I cannot get into their music. I also don't get the hype around President. I did a video on them earlier in the year. I can't get into their music. I just feel like it's a bit samey. And finally, one where people are probably gonna get angry at me, Sleep Token. So yeah, I actually saw Sleep Token back in November, and I got my tickets literally like an hour before the show for like 20 quid or something like that. I just wasn't that excited or impressed. Like, I tried to get into them, don't get me wrong. I'd listened to their music and I tried my hardest to get into them. I could not. But I went to their live show and I couldn't see anything most of the time. It was like a massive rave light show, basically. That being said, I've seen their new stage show looks way better, so it could have changed by now. But that being said, right, I think they're all very talented musicians. Don't send me any hate, please. Thank you. What are some small bands you think deserve more recognition? I could go on for a while here. Obviously, my band, Orphix, you should go follow us. I've got some friends in a band called Cherry Dead. They just did the Black Sabbath Town Hall show in Birmingham, and it was phenomenal. I've got some friends in a band called Cypher. They're also unreal. If you're from Brighton or anywhere near there, go see them. The Polygons, go see them. Like I said, I could go on for ages because there's so many bands, and I'm sorry to my friends if I haven't said your band's name. It's just there are a lot of people. I'll maybe do like a whole video on it at some point and just try and go through as many small bands as possible. What music do you like to listen to together with Rosie? Lots of Rosie questions. That's very nice. So Rosie's very much into controlling the Spotify wherever we're going, but we like a good song that we can sing along to. That could be like Creeper, The Struts, you know, so on. Do you think touring is possible for you? Absolutely. I am actually currently working on constructing a tour for my band Orphix. That's stressful. We've got a tour date booked in October. I believe it's on the 21st of October in Canterbury. So I've been very hectically planning around it to try and get gigs elsewhere around that same week. We're currently working on Thursday the 23rd in London, and somewhere as well there we're working on a date in Brighton, and then next year we're planning on like a UK tour sort of thing. Who or what got you into the rock style music you and all of us love in the first place? That would be my mum. Have you ever played Guitar Hero or Rock Band? If so, do you still enjoy it and do you still play it? I've played Guitar Hero definitely, but I don't think I've played Rock Band. I actually did enjoy playing Guitar Hero. If I'm going to like Brighton or something like that and they've got their Guitar Hero machines, I will still have a little go on them, you know? Can we see your pets, please? He has just left, but I can see if he'll come back. Oh. The second I opened the door, he went downstairs. Your answer's no, apparently. Also, how do you feel about the new Linkin Park singer? I think she's really cool. What is it? Emily Armstrong? Is that her name? I know a lot of people give her a lot of crap. I think it's mostly because it's the whole, oh, she's not Chester Bennington. If you had someone that sounded identical to Chester Bennington, you would have a worse problem. You don't want someone that's going to be a complete mimic. You want someone that's going to be new. And also, it's up to the band, like, what they want to do from there on. I really liked The Emptiness Machine, and I think I've got, like, a few songs from their, like, album saved. There you go. Look, I've got Two-Faced, Overflow, Over Each Other, Casualty, The Emptiness Machine, and the Emptiness Machine again. I never really got into Linkin Park that much, but I really liked like when she's done their songs, if that makes sense, and the new songs. So yeah. Top 3 Eurovision acts, any year, any genre, any country. Oh my god, that is difficult. I can't remember who I said was like my favorite. Was it Tommy Cash? So I really liked Tommy Cash this year. I really liked, what was his name? He did the song Heroes. We are the heroes of our time. Manzelmelo. And I guess I've got to go with Lordi as well. They're the top 3 that came to my head when I thought of that. Favorite Green Day song? You know what? I really like Letterbomb. One of my favorite songs. If life was a blanket, would you be a pillowcase or the pillow itself? I think I'd be the pillow itself, because at least I've got like my protective film around me for any dirty people that are going to be sitting on me. When was the last time you spilt something? Yesterday. I dropped a whole cup of Coke pretty much on the floor at a gig, so oopsie daisy. Would you ever consider getting pets like rats or a lizard or any other small animals? Yeah. I really wanted a hedgehog. Maybe at some point we will get a hedgehog, but we're not going to do it until we're back from, you know, Japan. What was it like playing on stage with Green Day? Surreal. It's one of those moments that kind of goes by very quickly, and I kind of regret not asking to also play Basket Case because I knew how to play it, but it's one of those things where I'm still very happy that I got the opportunity. I can't believe it's like 3 years ago now, 2 years ago. I can't even remember when it was. It was a while ago. I remember it was June 24th, but I don't actually know what year it was anymore. Honestly, surreal moment, so fun. Someone asked me a few weeks ago if I'd ever do it again, and I was like, no, I've had my opportunity. It's time for someone else to have their opportunity. I'm not going to go and hog that spot. But that being said, if Green Day want, you know, someone to support them, just saying, Billy, Mike, Trey, Jason. What did you need to do to travel to Switzerland? Was it hard to plan for it? I did a whole video on Switzerland, right, on my channel, and I don't think it did very well. It wasn't hard to plan for. It was already a trip that Rosie was going on, so I just hopped along and made a video out of it. I wanted to go and visit Switzerland anyway, so what's a better opportunity to do that? Making sure you had the right plugs. It's the one with like the 3 prongs like that. It was like just researching like what there is to do in terms of like the Zurich Pass to like get around everywhere. We were gonna do the Lind Museum, the Lindor Museum. We just didn't have time to do it, unfortunately. But otherwise, like everything in the Zurich Pass, you got like a leaflet that showed everything that was included. So there wasn't actually that much planning. Working out food was the hardest thing. Everything for a tourist, even from the UK, is very expensive. So if you're going to Switzerland, keep that in mind. Watch my video if you want. I'll link it, you know, up there or something like that. I don't know how it works. Black Parade or 3 Cheers? I think I'm a Black Parade boy. Black Parade was the first album I ever bought back in 2006. So I think I've got to go with that. Why did you become an editor rather than continuing your career in music and the band? So I became an editor first before I was in any band, pretty much. And honestly, in the best way, a career in music doesn't pay that much anymore, especially at a small stage. And obviously, I'd love a career in music. I would absolutely take it. But also, I have to live like everyone else, you know? I can't afford to do music if I don't do something else as well. So, you know, at the moment, being an editor, making my own videos, stuff like that is what ends up paying for my future career in music. If Jack asked you to make him a song, what would you make it about? What if me and Jack both made a song and maybe we could fulfill a long-term promise? How's life been? How you been doing recently? How have you been lately, Kai? That's very nice of you guys to ask. I've been fine. I've had some days where I've kind of just been like, I can't be asked, but I think we all get that sometimes. I did feel burnt out for a long time. It's been most of this year I felt pretty burnt out. Day and like the last like week or so has been like the first time in a while that I've been like, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. But obviously there's way worse things going on in the world at the moment, so that's not like a worry for me. It's kind of been one of those things where I've just not really known what to do. And I think the constant social media like barrage of people being just disgusting and no moderation on any of these sites anymore just really adds to it. It put me off using social media. Follow me on like Instagram because I think that's one of the best places to be at the moment, even though their moderation is also non-existent. There's worse things happening in the world. I've had a few days here and there where I've been like, you know what, I can't be asked. But overall, my life is pretty good. I take the dog out for a walk every morning at like 8 in the morning. I get on with my day. I get to make music with my friends. I have a pretty easy life, all things considered. So I'm like, I'm all right. If you could be any other person in the world for 24 hours, who would you be? That's a really interesting question. I don't actually think I would want to be anyone else for 24 hours. I think I'm quite happy being me. But like, I would love to see a day in the life of like some of these like top musicians in the world, you know, like especially like touring bands and stuff. Sabrina Carpenter's probably a good example as well, because I was having a discussion with Rosie the other day and I was like, for like their music videos and stuff, how much budget goes into these things? Like I would love to see the full like front to back process with how much it costs overall, if that makes sense. I just think it'd be really interesting. When I make music, I want to try and stay like as open to whatever I do as possible to you guys. I feel like it's like a learning curve for everybody. So yeah, I don't think I want to be anyone else, but I would happily see other people in like a day in the life of situation. All right, and our final question, are you gay? No. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I am really gonna try my hardest to get some videos out for you guys. I've got a lot of ideas, but I really appreciate you guys sticking around and waiting for me to do some videos again. I really miss it, right? I love doing this stuff. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!